Well, hello everybody. Over the last couple of weeks I've noticed that my mill table has been kind of hard to move from left to right. That's the x-axis, this way and that way. And as I turn these handles, it's a lot harder to move, a lot harder than in and out, for sure. So there's two reasons for that. I did a little investigation and found that second reason. But first of all, and the most likely reason, is that the gib is too tight. If you own a mill, you probably know what a gib is, and more than likely you know how to adjust it, but we're going to go over that. I'm going to bring the camera right over here. We're going to take a look at the two adjustment screws on the x-axis gib. Okay, this is the one on the right side. Here is the adjustment screw with a slot in it right here. Right there, and back in here, right there, that is the gib itself. So on the other side, on the left side, the same kind of screw is there, and in order to loosen the gib off if it is too tight, what you'd want to do is move from left to right. So you would back off this screw, go around the other side and tighten the other screw. Now I'll take the camera over to the other side so you can have a look where that screw is. Okay, just a quick look at the other side. It's the same as the other side, same kind of a screw, and back behind here is the gib itself. Okay, when I turn the handles now, it does feel a little bit looser, but it's still too tight. So the gib has been moved and it should be loose. So if you grab the table and move it back and forth, I can actually feel that moving. I suspect that you can't actually see that moving, but it is loose. So there's another reason why these are tight. Now, I looked at this yesterday and figured out what the reason is. What I've been doing, because I'm basically lazy, so I've been using one of these things with this on it, and when I want to move that table, I'll put it on the end and use the gun to move the table back and forth. But unwittingly, I have been tightening these screws, this end and that end, and causing a friction fit on these pieces down here. That's made it too tight. So I have loosened these off, and things get a lot easier to turn. So if you have a problem like this, you might want to check not only the gib, but if you've been doing what I've been doing, that's not going to really work. We have to come up with a better idea to do that. So right now we just need to get this gib adjusted so we have something that's close to, well, you're not going to get perfection, but somewhere near. Okay, so what I've done here is I've wound the table all the way off to the left. It could be done either to the right or the left. I don't think it matters. And I found a way to hook an indicator up so I can see the table movement. I'm using this vise over here, but if you don't have a vise, you could probably clamp something onto your bench top, or some way to clamp something nice and solid so that you can see what happens. Now, if we've got enough light over here, and maybe we can get some more, we can have a look at that indicator. Now, I've got it set up on 0. Well, we had it on 0. But I'm going to move the table. I got my hand on the table over here, and we're just going to grab it and watch that indicator as we move the table. So this is a 5/10 indicator, 0.0005. And we're moving, whoa, 1, 2, 3, over 3/1000 of an inch on here, which Wow, there's more. It depends how hard you push on this. That is not good. So I'm going to have to adjust the gib to try to reduce that amount of movement. I've made the adjustments, and we'll get you lined up with that indicator again and see how far the needle goes now. Not very far. 2 to 3 10,000ths. And over this distance, which is almost the length of the table, I think I'm going to be really happy with that. So I do have these nuts on either end. I have them loosened off while they're snug. And when I turn this now, it's not very hard to turn. It feels pretty good. A little, maybe a tad on the snug side, but pretty good. So I think I'm going to be okay with this. And yeah, it feels pretty good. I think we're good here.